connected. I'm gonna press on, off, on, off, so it works. Today we're gonna be talking about mobile app Bluetooth part 1. So we will see how we can actually control an LED using our smartphone and be able to turn it on and turn it off. So basically using that Bluetooth protocol to control some device. Could be lights, could be motor, could be anything remotely you want to control. So let's see how we can do that. So what you will learn in this project, you will learn the MIT Inventor App. We will write a simple block code to create a mobile application, and we will write a simple Arduino code to turn on and off an LED. You will learn about serial communication, and finally how to publish and download your mobile application. So let's go and do it. So list of material: you're gonna need a laptop, a USB cable, you're gonna need an Arduino board, or basically a SteamNOR kit or an Arduino board, a couple jumpers, an HC05 or 06 Bluetooth model, like the one we have here. You need a smartphone, and it could be an Android or iPhone, shouldn't matter. So I'm going to be using, for this exercise, we're going to be using Android, since I have an Android. The connection, let's look at the connection, how we're going to connect the Arduino to Bluetooth model. So we have the HC05 Bluetooth model. As you see, we have an Arduino Uno. And then, so we want to make sure we connect this pin here, which is, it says RX, means receive. We want to connect it to transmit. Okay, so you always connect transmit to receive, and the other way, the transmit to receive. Okay, so receiving here, so we're transmitting from here, and receiving on this end. And then if we transmit from here, we're gonna receive here. And then we're gonna connect ground to ground, and VCC, which is 5 volts, to VCC. The last 2 pins we are not going to be using. So that's the actual, very simple, that's the connection diagram between the Bluetooth model and Arduino. So let's see how this Bluetooth protocol basically function. So you're going to have your phone. This is the application we're looking to design using MIT Inventor App. So once you click the scan, the Bluetooth protocol basically will be scanning for any Bluetooth model, and once it receives it, it's gonna, once you select it, you pick it up, and you select it, it's gonna get connected here. And so that's the code we're gonna have to implement. So for these two, the phone and the Bluetooth model to function. So once that is connected, now we can actually send, let's say, character 1. And once it's sent from the phone, once you click on this, number 1 is going to be sent through the transmit, and it's going to come to the receive. So that's how we're going to basically have that communication between the phone and the Arduino Uno through a wireless Bluetooth protocol. The same thing, once you, if you click off, basically character 0 is going to be sent through here, and then it's going to be received here, and then we're going to put in, instead of using this LED here, you can just use this LED. This LED, it's built-in LED, it's assigned to pin number 13. We can turn it off and turn it on, and let's see how, before we start coding, let's see this is working, okay? So the first, basically, I want you to just take this code for now and enter it into your Arduino IDE. You have to validate first your code just by clicking on this button here. So basically, I'm gonna go quickly over this code, since our purpose is just to really see how the Bluetooth application, how we can build an application. So we're gonna declare a variable called incoming value. That's basically the value that's going to be coming from your phone. So we're either going to send a 0 or 1, depends if you want to turn on or turn off the LED. So initially it's going to be set up at set to value 0. In the void setup, we're going to set up our serial communication. And this is the baud rate I used for this project. I set up pin number 13 as an output. In the void function here, the void loop function. So basically we're going to verify that there is some data coming in. So if serial dot available is greater than 0, then incoming value equal read. So we're going to read the value coming from the phone, and then we're going to print basically this value if we want, but this is the logic. If incoming value, if we receive number 1, then we're going to make the digital pin 13 high, else we're going to make that value, else the value get is 0, and we're going to basically make the pin 13 low to turn off the LED. So that's the code for Arduino. So just make sure before you upload it, have your COM port connected correctly, and validate basically your code, and upload your code by clicking on this button here. So you'll be upload your code, and then once you're done, you say upload complete. Now we're gonna, okay, let's test our code. So we're gonna go to Tools, Serial Monitor, or you just can click on this one here, Serial Monitor, and we're gonna send number 1. Notice that the LED was turned on. Now we're gonna send number 0. And again, the LED was turned off. So 1, you will turn the LED, and 0, you will turn it off. So the code is working when we use serial connection between the laptop and now go to the MIT. This is where we're interested. MIT Inventor App. I want you to go to this website here and basically create an app. So you know, this is the application. It's a free online web-based application. This is where I want you to create that mobile app using block codes. Basically, click on Create App and enter the following code. So basically, I'm going to go through this code with you, but just enter this following code, and this is what we're going to be using. You can basically, how this app works, you can change between this view where you enter block codes by clicking on blocks, or if you want to go to design view, you go click on the design, and then you see your phone. So this is the application we will be making. So let's go and do it. The application we're going to be making. On the right hand side here, you will see properties basically of this screen. You can edit the look, the colors, text, font, position, just as you will see by playing with this properties here. Okay. Once you go to that MIT Inventor app or App Inventor, you're going to be here. So you can, as I mentioned, you can change between designer view, here where you have the phone. Still there is no design right now, and block view. This is where actually you click and you drag, you know, just like this. You drag a visual code. So we don't want that. The first thing I want you to do is to click on this list picker, okay? And list picker, this is how we're gonna pick basically the scan Bluetooth and pick the correct Bluetooth. So click on that, and under here you can change, for example, the font of text. I want to put it, for example, 20. Okay. Example, I want, if you go to width, for example, if you do fill %, it's gonna extend all the way. Let's say I wanna, for example, if I wanna change the color, for example, I can go here and do, let's see. This is the text color, for example. I want a red. You can change the color there. Let's say I want the background to be just play with the colors. Be, let's say, some kind of blue. Doesn't look good. Anyway, so let's do this and do instead of text red, let's make it white. Okay. So here we have scan. Okay, here's our pixel. We can actually give it a name instead of a list picker. Let's. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to scan Bluetooth. So you just say scan. Click on side, and that should change. Okay. Now, for make it to put more buttons, we need an on and off. So now I want to add the on and off button. So you can go to user interface and click on layout here, and let's select this horizontal arrangement. So if I do this, for example, now I can decide how far I want to go with this. So for example, you have to select this horizontal arrangement. Now I want to select the instead of height to width and do fill. This is what I need. So it's going to fill up this. If you think this is too small, go back to height and put maybe 15%. I just play with the numbers, see if you like it or not. Now we're going to go to buttons and go back again to user interface and look for button. It's right here. I'm going to drop one here. And I'm going to drop another button here. So I have two buttons created. So this one, let's rename this guy. I'm going to call this one on. Okay. You don't have to name it, but it's just nice to know when you have a lot of buttons. It's nice to know which one is which. I'm going to call this off. Okay. So I got my on and off button. Let's give it a nice shape and look. So I'm gonna go to width here. I'm gonna go this time. I will do 50%. And this guy also, I'm gonna give it 50%. Now I'm gonna change the color. This one on is red. No, not text, sorry. Keep text ways, that's fine. I'm gonna do background, red. And this one, let's make it green. Okay, now we can name this text box here. I can name it on. And I can name this one off. Okay. Now let's make it nicely filling up this rectangle. So what do you have to do? You're gonna go to remember height and give it. Remember the rectangle was like 15%, so I'm just gonna go 15% like that. And this one here. Sure, I selected, and the height, same thing, 15%. So here is the shape of our two buttons or connectivity, and drop this Bluetooth client. It's invisible, it's not going to show here, but it's right here. Okay, now that we finished basically our design, we have to switch. We have to go here under blocks, and now the under blocks we have basically our list picker, in our two buttons and the Bluetooth. So we have to code them here. So this is the area where we're going to be coding. So I'm going to click on first list picker, and I need these two here. I need this, and I'll explain you what we do with this. We want the before and after. Okay, let's put them here. So there are two actions here. There is the before we pick that Bluetooth model, and after we pick the Bluetooth model, what's going to happen? There are two actions. So let's set up the before one first. Okay. So we have to select the list picker. We have to select list pick element, this one here. We drop it. Just like that, it will snap, just like Lego. You just leave it there and then it will snap. So now we go to Bluetooth, and we select Bluetooth client address right here. Just click on it and drag it. Just like that. It will just snap. Let me zoom in a little bit so you see it. You know, I'm going to take this out, and when you get close here, it will just snap just like that. Okay, make sure that we are selecting list picker, and then we have to select show filter bar, right? This one here. So we go, and then we get here. It just snapped like that, okay? Then we select Bluetooth, and we select call Bluetooth client connect address. We just snap it here. We go back to list picker. Right here. Now again, we go to pick list picker, and we're gonna set list picker text. Set list picker text. We put it right here. And then we go to text, and we get here, and then we just write connect or connected. Just to explain you what's happening here. So before in Bluetooth, before we pick, we have to basically scan all the addresses available close to us with the phone. So basically, when you activate Bluetooth, you will see a list of Bluetooth devices, and this is before we picking. This right here, what it does, basically, it will connect to specific device that you want. So you select it, and then once it's selected, it will just say connected. So basically, this is the list picker before and after. And after this, basically, once you're connected, we're just gonna have on and off buttons. So we click on this, we're gonna have basically on button, and on off, we're gonna get, when on, we're gonna do something, and when off, we're gonna do something else. So when on, we're gonna send the text character number 1, and then when it's off, we just send basically character number 0. Let's just see quickly how we're gonna do that. We're going to be using Bluetooth to send text. So you select Bluetooth client again. Right here. So call Bluetooth send text. Just going to move this one here. And then we could actually just make one and then read it. So I can just, for example, delete this one. Let's just get a text here. Put a 1 here, and then Control C, Control V. I have the whole thing now here. I can just say now off instead of on, and type 0. So that's how you really create an app. You know, basically, when the button on is clicked, we're gonna send text one. This is gonna go on air with the protocol, Bluetooth protocol on air. It's gonna be transmitted by TX wire and then received on the RX from the Bluetooth model side. On the Arduino part, Arduino side is gonna basically on RX. So here when we transmit 0, again it's gonna be received the Arduino on. So if we do transmit here, we are receiving on Arduino. Okay. If we transmit from Arduino, we're gonna receive on the phone, but now we're not doing that. So this is the code. So we can actually now go on top here, designer mode. We can build the project. You click on here and build an Android application, and wait for the basically process to done. Once it's finished, you can download it to your laptop, or you can just basically scan it using a camera and scan your barcode. So once the process is done, this barcode, you can just use your camera and scan it or download it to your application. So I'm just going to say dismissed. And let's see the app working now. So with the Bluetooth, we're gonna use the phone. I'm gonna use this application. Make sure you find the HC Bluetooth model. Once it says connected, I'm gonna press on, off, on, off. So it works.